It's like nothing they've ever seen before. Heavy rainfall turned the streets of Midleton into dangerous streams. People spent the afternoon trapped in their homes and workplaces, with floods leaving the town completely impassable and cars submerged. The Defence Forces were called in to help, with the Cork County Mayor describing it as a month's worth of rainfall in the space of just 24 hours. People used whatever they could get their hands on to try and get around. A status orange alert for heavy rainfall this afternoon wreaked havoc across the entire county.
Jaden, look!
In Rochestown, a 3-year-old boy needed the help of emergency services to get home from his preschool. Local train services were suspended due to flooding on the line. Very few parts escaped, with this severe flooding filmed by locals in Killa and those in Cork City also battling the elements. Earlier today, the government launched its Be Winter Ready campaign, urging the public to prepare for the darker evenings and extreme weather events like this one. It's clear there'll be devastating damage, but the true extent of that won't be obvious until the cleanup begins when the water recedes. It's only then that home and business owners will see the lasting impact of Storm Babette. Hannah Murphy, Virgin Media News.
Right, let's go live now to Midleton, to James O'Connor, TD. Deputy, can you describe how bad it is there?
Well, unfortunately, it's absolutely devastating. I just arrived here straight back from Leinster House. Speaking with members of the emergency services, it's much worse than I'd anticipated. There are homes underwater. Behind me, over my shoulder, you'll see the HSC facilities here in Midleton, the Community Hospital and the Ona Curra Centre, both which have been evacuated. Unfortunately, a number of businesses here in the Midleton town have been damaged. Pubs, restaurants. I'm here with our local councillor, Anne-Marie Ahern. Their premises, their auctioneering business has been damaged by water. And many other people across the town, residential and commercial and community facilities and state-owned facilities here have been very, very badly damaged. And just as worth noting as well, unfortunately, in other villages in the surrounding area, Whitegate, Inch, Killa, and other villages that have been very badly damaged, Rathcormac as well, where flooding has occurred. And we don't know the full extent of it yet, but we do know that it is absolutely devastating.
And Deputy, am I right in saying that this is unprecedented in that some of these roads have never ever flooded before?
That is correct. We've had very heavy deluges of rain here in the past, which has closed our national roads. But this is the first time we've seen such a large amount of surface flooding affecting here in Midleton town, primarily where the most of the damage was done. The concern now is the tide later this evening. There are 2 river channels here in the town, and it's happening on both sides of the town where flooding has occurred. So we're worried about this occurring again, and hopefully the rain will hold off.
And Deputy, what is the Army doing there this evening?
Yes, so around 2 p.m. this evening, I understood that Cork County Council made a formal request to the Defence Forces. There had been earlier discussions in the day, and we understand that high-axle vehicles are being deployed to locations in East Cork, and hopefully as well in other locations of the county. Also, who's present here are the Coast Guard, the Fire Brigade, the Ambulance Service, reserves from Garda Síochána, and also members of our Defence Forces and RNLI have been present here. There's an enormous community effort ongoing. There are agricultural vehicles here, volunteers who have come to help residents whose homes have been flooded, and I just want to say that I'm very proud of the work that's been done here in the community, but it's certainly going to be the case that they're going to need a very substantial amount of support. I understand Minister of State Patrick O'Donovan, Minister for the OPW, will be visiting East Cork tomorrow. I was speaking with his advisor this evening, and I'd also be asking for further financial support to be made available for people here who've lost their homes, and indeed those who've had their businesses very badly damaged as well.